Hello, it's me, Janette. How are you? Hope you've been well. In today's video, I'm going to show you these junk journal pages that I made. Really happy with how this gift bag junk journal turned out. So I know it's been a very long time since I've posted an actual proper YouTube video tutorial. I have been doing, for the past 2 Saturdays, I did 2 live streams, 2 live broadcasts from my house, from my little craft corner, and you can see there on the first one, I will have it linked in the video below, but you'll see how I made this junk journal out of a gift bag. It's really easy. All you need to do is basically trim off the sides of a gift bag, and then at the bottom you kind of score them a little certain way that I showed how to do in that live stream. So you can check it out. It's really easy. And the problem that I was having with this junk journal was that I was only able to put 2 pages in it, but I figured out there's different ways and some ideas that you guys suggested for me for how to add some more pages, and I felt like this was the easiest option. So what I did was I cut a little a piece of cardstock to be the size of my page, and then I scored it, and I'm going to tuck it underneath. So that little flippy flap is going to be tucked underneath, and you can probably get away with putting 2 of these pages kind of scored like that on that one side, and then I'm going to slide those underneath the inside cover. That probably doesn't make much sense, but I think you'll see if you watch the live stream, or if you go back to watch the live stream, it will all make sense and come together. But yeah, so I'm really happy to be able to come back to YouTube. I know I took a very, very long vacay from YouTube, but I was busy filming videos for my former workplace, which was Practical Publishing, which is a UK magazine publisher, as well as Craft Stash, which was their sister company, an online store. So online craft supply store in the UK, but they also ship to the US. They've got some great deals. I love Craft Stash and the deals that they have, like seriously, the best deals. That's where I am planning to get my craft supplies, and where I've got my craft supplies in the past. But I have now left that job, and I am currently at a marketing agency, so doing something completely different, completely outside of the craft industry. So it's a fun new challenge for me. Okay, so back to the tutorial. So I'm adding some adhesive. The adhesive I'm using is Cosmic Shimmer Dries Clear Glue. This stuff is the best. Seriously, such a great adhesive for you to have in your stash. And it got congealed because I didn't seal it properly. One day the little topper thing came off, and it kind of just dried out a little bit. So I'm getting out the good stuff underneath all the gunk. You know how glue can kind of get gunky if you let air get to it. So I'm taking it out with a spatula and kind of evening it out, making it even, but so that there's no like lumpy bumpies on my pages. And I'm adding these I didn't like the look of the solid cardstock, since a lot of the pages in my junk journal are they're all like pattern paper. So I'm adding these little these layers to my beige cardstock that I'm using, just to kind of make it look a little bit more poppy, more patterny, more I'm just going to keep making up words till I think of the right word. Just more eye-catching. These are the pages that I made and decorated during my first live stream, and you can go back and check that out if you would like. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this little piece of beautiful pattern cardstock. So I'm going to score the top. This is just a scrap that I had left over from a work project. So I'm going to score the top at about, I want to say, an inch, like a ½ inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just scoring that at the top, and I'm going to add adhesive on the little tabbed part. and then it's going to add just a little interactive element to my page. And then on that little piece of on this little element, I'm going to build my paper cascade, and you will see what I'm talking about in just a bit. I really had so much fun making this and just adding more ephemera and just different little bits that I had in my stash. So now it's time to add some ephemera to this already decorated page. I wanted it to be a little bit more filled, lots more going on. And so I'm just adding different little bits to it, auditioning different little ephemera pieces, trying to see which one will look best and where to place it. Now, the thing that I find myself doing whenever I'm building like a collage page, attempting to do a collage, I end up just putting adhesive on the center of things. So if like that photo of Justin and I, there's only adhesive on the back, like right behind our faces. So this gives me the opportunity to just slide other elements behind it very easily because I don't put glue on the entire backside. So if you are wanting to try collaging, if you've never tried collaging, just put glue at the center of things. So then this way you're able to remove certain elements. Maybe you changed your mind about something and then you'll only have adhesive on just a little bit of it. Or you can just slide different pieces, different papers, different die cuts behind your already glued down elements, but they're not going to be glued down all the way around, so that'll make it really easy for you to just slip and slide things here and there. Now, if you've never tried journaling or collaging, then I definitely encourage you to give it a try. I know some people can be intimidated by it, especially if you come more from a card making background, which is funny because I always have found card making a little bit intimidating. Journaling and collaging seems more safe to me. More safe. I can be safe there. So it just gives me, journaling helps me to experiment. It helps me to just have a play. If I mess something up, it's just there for me to look at in my journal. I mean, it'll just be there. I don't have to show it to anybody. It's not going to be sent, it's not for my pen pal. It's just for me. And this allows me to use up all the bits that I have, like all these extras that I have in my stash. So I highly encourage you to try out journaling. So now it's time to move on to my paper cascade, which was really fun. I'm calling it a paper cascade. Maybe it has another name. So I am going to be gluing down these pieces of ephemera, and I'm only going to glue them at the top edge and kind of overlap them so that they just cascade down the left side of the page. And I'm using different sizes of ephemera, and again, only gluing them on the back. And you want to make sure that when you're gluing this stuff down, all these little bits to form your cascade, that you're not gluing them down to the base page. So be careful about that. Just kind of lift it up every so often and kind of wipe away any excess glue. But yeah, it'll make this really cool cascade kind of effect. I can't think of a paper waterfall effect, which is really fun. And I plan on doing more of these. I really want to do one from like my ceiling to the floor. I think that would be amazing. I think Lovey would be wondering what is going on, but I could envision it. It could be wonderful. It could be amazing. I'm done with my cascade, and I'm just going to grab a piece of blue cardstock and slide it behind it just so you can see what effect I was going for. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I hope you can give it a try as well. Now, if you'd like to see more of my crafty projects, then you can head to my Instagram account, which is Janette Lane Blog. And also, don't forget to join me Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. for my crafty live stream. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you have all been amazing. Wishing you all the best. happy new year. Thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.